first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led onto the field by the former third-round pick back in 2012, and that's the quarterback Nick Foles. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs.
And the quality of opponent goes up a notch here in this divisional round. But he's coming off such a sensational performance, I'm not sure he cares. 4 touchdown passes in the last game, and you'd have to imagine his head coach would sign up for that right now.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Now, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Now Foles. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defender's minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
Hines now on the return. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And in some ways, he's awfully fortunate to get another shot right here in these playoffs because he wasn't particularly sharp in the wild card victory. The ball ended up in the hands of the opponents a few too many times when he threw it. It goes without saying in this one, cannot give the ball away. If he does, the road's going to end right here for him and his team.
He's got space past the 25. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Now it's Fields off the bootleg. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. Hands it off out of the gun. Nifty move. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
When you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along.
And now the rookie's free. Oh, great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. On second down, they'll run it here. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now Ryan Suckup will come on and try the field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Suckup's kick is good, and that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
Suckup now set to kick it off following the made field goal. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. San Juan now getting set to take over on offense. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? A little on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for their first round for the playoff. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
It becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball.
The 12 yards that time and picking up the first. A give, it's Jacobs off the option. Fights him off. And some room to run now. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 56 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Foles. Caught by Mayer. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Here's Foles. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
He'll drop to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Hunter Renfrow from 10 yards out. And the Caps are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was Hunter Renfrow who capped things off with a touchdown reception. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A play fake, now Fields to throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. Here's Fields. And he can't escape, and down he goes. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They snap it to Fields. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Call it a gain of a yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. A good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and this will stay a 4-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Fields.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Now Fields.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Fields going to change things up here.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Fields.
Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Here we go.
2nd and goal from the 1.
They'll try again. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal.
Well, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Elks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Extra point put through by Succop. And the lead is now 10-7. A 10-play drive that time. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment.
And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat, make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up?
On 2nd down, Jacobs.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Back to throw here.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Here's back-to-back catches for Davante Adams.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that'll make it 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Inside the 10.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here, they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment.
Now, the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with a run so far.
Throwing on second and long. Foles. Renfro bringing it in over the middle.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards on the play.
Counter play with Jacobs.
And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. His throw incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
55 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup. And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now they go screen. It's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively. Well, it could have gone for more.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
Back to throw. Fields.
This is caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They'll try to run this one in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the
2. He'll try again. But he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line.
Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. They'll try and run for it. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. San Juan's offense ready to get started again. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Throw out left, caught by Mayer.
And he's going to be dropped quickly right there at the 48, a couple yards shy of midfield. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll look to throw here.
A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. That is incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. A handoff. Jacobs running to the left. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Throw left side complete. That's Adams.
And he will get enough for a 1st down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning.
It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now Foles. And his throw here's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Foles. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Out is Carlson now for the Raider field goal. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. The kick by Carlson is good.
So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. This offense back to work now late in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
That is taken in by the tight end Fan. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Fields throwing again.
Over the middle, complete. That's Wilson. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Succop's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure, because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25, so at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Foles.
That is incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to loft it deep right sideline.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
So it's on to